Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverrain, and I'm in the mood for some Bardbarian. Now, it's actually the second video I've filmed on this, but I didn't realise when filming the first, I'd forgotten to turn my mic on. Just complete classic newbie mistake there. But now I'm here. It's a bit of a disappointment, really, because that last video was actually very good. Now, Bardbarian was released in 2014 by TreeFortress Games. It's a fun little game. I got given it as a gift and I really enjoy it. Just a quick go through the main menu. At the moment, in the past, there we go. If you click on that dude, that normally gives you an achievement for it, for finding him. But the credits are nice and simple, one page, just click straight off again. So I'll just go back onto there if anyone wants to actually see this. Out of curiosity. Your settings are relatively solid. You got your keyboard bindings, a couple of choices of window size. I usually do prefer to have my background music and sound effects have a bar where you can choose between 0 and 100 or 1 to 10. But in this little game, I'll accept that the fact it's only got on or off. It doesn't cause any hassle. Now, this is the Halloween edition. There's just been a nice little update that's happened, so it's all quite interesting. What amuses me, we've got one of the enemies actually wearing the face mask of the hero character. It's like, so I am the real monster. Well, no, they are. Now, I've not quite gotten all the way through the game, but there's a few modes. There's like a survival mode. There's and then there's a normal like. Go through each day mode, and I've got quite a few of the characters. Ghost Brad is a new one for Halloween. I'm not sure how you unlock him yet. I imagine he's picking up the Halloween candy, which I discovered has been dropped. You have your Archer as your start, same with the Brawler and the Black Mage. They're sort of your standard starting classes. Then you have Octodad, Super Meat Boy, and Shellraiser, who all turn up and all have to be unlocked by particular things. Like Shellraiser's 2,000 meters in endless mode. You've got Meat Stack, who randomly appears in survival mode, and that's Binding of Isaac from Binding of Isaac, I believe. Oh, the art style change is creepy. Though I always found Binding of Isaac really screwed up anyway. Octodad, one of my favourites. It's just the problem with melee characters in this game is it's awkward to aim them, and it's just a pain in the ass. But each setup has its own pros and cons, and it's pretty easy to upgrade it. I've got enough gold, just hover over the rover, and there we go. Knocks the stats up a little bit. This game's full of puns. Healer's the life of the party. Now, I was going to try out the Shaman, but considering I didn't get sound on my last video, I'm going to go with my normal group. Now, yes, you can upgrade all your units, and you unlock more by each level you get to. And then you can upgrade your hero with health, speed. Body spray actually reduces the distance between your character and his little party. Noteworthy, because on your loot you stand still and you start shredding on it and you get notes back faster. And notes are essentially your spellcasting ability. Inspiration, you start off with more at the start of the game. Not a great one, but quite handy though. Party on, allows you to have more people in your party. That's a very good one, I should really be saving up for it. Song of Attack, increases your output. Song of Speed, increases your speed, and Song of Defense, guess what that does? Increases your defense! And the gold loot, that's spent ages getting that. And then you got your town and its upgrades, and the only ones I probably need to explain is the town crystals are things you're defending. The town drunk is an asshole and doesn't actually do anything despite that. He's supposed to puke and it leaves this horrible puddle which is supposed to weaken people and slow enemies, but he doesn't do bugger all, and it really annoys me. The town pet fetches stuff for you, and it's a cute little raccoon thing with little devil horns. Friends are means town shops stay open and actually help you out, giving you gold and bacon from the local butcher. college. There we go. Magic followers spawn at higher levels, and then in the max level you get a defender on the rooftop. Barracks do the same thing with physical attackers. You get a rogue. Whoops, went back too far there. Yes, I'm still having the issue where it says press something on the pad and it doesn't quite arrange the buttons correctly. Now, let's go with the. You have two types of survival mode. You have survival where you're just going around and everyone's trying to murder you, and you have escape where you're sort of running away. Now, I'm going to quickly go into survival, and I will quit this because I'm not just. But I just want to show you the premise. Yeah, it's essentially a map. You run around. Now, if I remember right, yeah, you kind of collect followers as you go. It's quite nice. Oops. Ooh, ninja. At least I'll get to show off some classes. And this is all be why I don't like the melee classes as well. Like, the ninja's awesome, but just a bit of shredding. But the melee class, you do have to get so close to the enemy for them to do anything. And yeah, you're going to get hit. But that was just the example. Now, let's go into the game for a little bit for a review. Now, the game at the moment on Steam is only 83 pence. But that's a Halloween sale, and that will only be lasting until the 2nd of November. So I'm sorry if this video is not out by then, and you don't get to take part in that. Normally it's about £5.59, and which isn't bad. I mean, it's kind of worth that. I'd still pick it up on sale if I could, you know, get it on sale because of just the massive savings. But if a £5 is nothing to you, then you know that ain't gonna hurt you. Now, one moment, I'll get the bacon, the most delicious, appealing items. I do like the hood, it's very clean, and there's not much in the way. And yeah, I know I'm playing terribly, I'm just kind of running around, so I don't want to stay in survival too long. I want to get to the main game quickly. But yes, as you can see, I've got my notes in the top right, which is essentially my spellcasting power. I've got the money next to it, which you spend on getting upgrades. The timer in the middle, which is in the normal game, is usually replaced with a little mini-map. At the bottom you can easily see what my songs are and what they do. It's very clear in terms of you know, design. And then if I press, oops, I didn't even get the chance to press A there, I just kind of got ganked a bit too much. Well, that's fair. Let's go back and I'll show you the no, not back here. Play, let's get to the challenges. Escape mode. But yeah, if your time in the middle with. But yes, I really do like this game in terms of its artistic design. It's very simple. It's very, you know, it's very well, it stands out. It's quite appealing. You know, it's bright, it's cheerful, it's silly. The plot, as much as it has, is amusing and enough to keep me interested. The gameplay is challenging with 3 different game modes. It's quite nice. Now, the aesthetics are kind of a bit different because it is Halloween mode. There we go. Escape mode is one-hit kill, but you can keep going for quite some while. Now, the quick demonstration is done. Can I buy anything for the hero? Body spray or song of defense? It is one I tend to forget to use, though. I do have a terrible habit of forgetting to use my songs in this game. Now let's go for the intro so you get this, see the story I was talking about. And we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go with my favourite setup because I know what I'm kind of doing with this. Brad, our hero and local barbarian for hire, sleeps soundly. But evil cares not for his sleep patterns. Yet again Brad is called upon to protect the town's prized decorative crystal. So yes, you're essentially a barbarian in the middle of a midlife crisis. Seriously? You got the chance of just hacking them down with the axe and rocking out? Go for the rocking out. So we'll start off with the Necromancer, a pair of rogues, devastating as they are, and then we'll get ourselves a wizard. Now each of these characters have quite unique play styles. That was my little minion army. The wizards are the heavy hitters. They pretty much blast down a line, but can't shoot diagonally. But they also knock back enemies, and their shots go through people, so it gets quite powerful. And in a pinch, if I've just got tons of wizards, they can pretty much stop most stuff. But again, it's the fact they can only shoot on a line. It means I usually have to position myself rather riskily. The rogues are your beginning level unit, but they have some of the longest range in the game and shoot rather quickly and in all directions. So can't complain. Do like them. And the Necromancer, seemingly useless at first, after a couple of upgrades she turned out to be awesome. Now if I can just kill someone with her, but unfortunately she takes a little while to warm up and get some shots in, so the rogues at the beginning will kill everything. But she can poison people to do damage over time. But more importantly, she creates zombies, which are essentially a mixture of meat shield and suicide bomber, which is quite handy. And the early level bosses, when you've leveled up a little bit, will just be utterly wrecked by the zombies. I mean, I'm not joking. I can run at them and the zombies will just utterly destroy them. And the interesting thing is I can use the right analog stick to move the zombies around. Oops. Yeah, and that's what happens when you hit someone with a zombie. It's quite handy. Okay, so I have my pair of zombies, and now I can do Thriller. There's our town drunk, puking in the most useless of spots. Not that it does anything. Grr. But yeah. As I was saying, I do quite like the art style for this game. I just like how everyone's like almost Rayman-like. They've only got little hands and no arms. But you know, the simplicity is nice. And I also like how it sort of embraces the fact it's 2D. I mean, if you just look at the zombie heads, that's just... I don't know why, I rather like that. I do kind of like this whole Halloween theme, like Rivers of Blood, and the fact that the monsters are essentially trick-or-treating. And murdering them and taking their candy. And over here, we have the Butchers, which has a ghost piggy. Oops, and I ate the bacon, my healing item. And then you've got the rather badass looking Smith. Just take the gold. And I know some of you might not be into sort of rock or borderline metal as this kind of falls under, but I rather like it. It does loop a bit, but it does change up at times, especially when you start doing the using the songs. So there's little hints of change here and there, but as loops go, it's not the worst one I've ever had to listen to, and I do enjoy it. There we go. Another zombie. Wait a second. I think I can get 6 people now. That's what I'm waiting for. I think I'll get a 3rd wizard. You can never have enough lightning knockback. Well, you can, but you know, so damn useful. Whee! Now, when the game sort of gets moving a bit, I'll. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, those guys at the start are a nightmare. When you don't have the wizards, you've got nothing that can knock them back, and because your melee fighters are so squishy and go down in a hit or two, they turn into a massive stumbling block for you. Then you sort of upgrade your spellcasters and your speed, and you start learning how to kite the buggers. go, I believe that'll be the first boss. And then we get a bit of music. I rock the hell out with extra damage, and we're gonna go wham! Eat zombie, you're dead. And this is why I like trailing zombies and not letting them get killed. Because that happens. Just go, hello boss. Gone. I know it might not be that interesting for you to see, but to be fair, the troll, his attack pattern is slam on the ground. You get a small like attack that trails through the ground, and at the very end of the attack, it does a big area of spikes, like an earthquake attack, basically. Earthquake effects are a dime a dozen in games. But again, the art style, I like it. It works. It's all animated nice. Not many bosses have attacks that are considered cheap. I mean, there's a few that are just frustratingly difficult. When you learn the pattern, you sort of then go, oh, why didn't I see it sooner? Or, wow, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I can deal with it now. I know how to do it. I mean, for me, the zombies were a bit of a crutch. Yeah, I'm sure I could learn the patterns a bit more, but it's been so long since I've played, I can't remember them. So, I like going for my zombie rush. And the fact I've got to build up the zombies, it means I actually have to spend a lot more time dodging the normal enemies. You can only have 6 zombies, and zombies are a one-hit kill. So keeping a large horde is actually rather difficult. Ugh. Especially when we start getting some of the other enemies, which you'll see later on. A bunch of skeletons who throw their bones like boomerangs. Now, that's hardly original. I mean, in the last video I was like, go back to Pokemon and return the boomerang ability. And then I was like, started musing as, wait a minute, I'm sure I've seen enemies that have thrown bones in like very, very early, even NES era games that have done that. And I was trying to remember where it was from. I know Castlevania has some enemies that throw bones, like skeletons, but I don't think any of them boomerang. So then I started trying to go back earlier than that, so like ghosts and ghouls. You know, if anyone actually can think of the earliest case of a skeleton or just an enemy that throws their like bones and then they boomerang back to the enemy initially, you know, post a comment. Be a nice little bit of video gaming history. What was the first enemy you encountered that wanted to bone you? I really wish that puke did something. It was so bloody expensive, and to be fair, it's just generally unpleasant. Yeah, there's a slight downside in this game. Oh, excuse me there, try not to yawn. It is the fact that the actual village itself is a bit bland. You've got this big wide area with nothing in it. It's a bit of a shame. Come on. Now, these guys used to be a real pain in the ass, but like most things, you learn the pattern and then they're not so much in trouble. It's just the fact when you're very slow at the start of the game without any speed upgrades, they just ram you all over the place, and without knockback, ugh. But then we have this chap. Oh, I still hate this guy. He's got far too much health, and he's pretty much a kamikaze bomber. If he gets right to the end, he will one-shot the crystal. Also, he'll probably one-shot you if he hits you. So using the zombies on him was actually the first tactic I came across to, you know, really demolish him. That and the wizards. Damn. A bit of pounding there, but yay, bacon. Ooh. Son of a bitch. Yeah, she took out 2 zombies. Go on, wizards, what am I paying you for? Zap him. Have I Hey, another zombie. Oh, bugger! I was doing so well with the zombies and now I'm just losing them left, right and centre. Ah. Yeah, this game can get rather bullet hell at points, but you know, it starts off pretty easy and then you get to certain areas where the enemies are filling the screen with bullets and it just gets silly. I must admit, I do occasionally feel like I'm just not quite doing enough damage. That's why I really should be using the songs like this. And if everything comes down to it, there's always the A button, which is the big Uber song of everything rocks out and dies. Not quite in Michael Jackson Moonwalker game style, but similar enough that, you know, now just thinking of that reference makes me grin. It's more of a case of I rock so hard the earth explodes, rather than everyone dances to me to their doom. Dances to me? Dances with me, sorry. Appropriate grammar is needed. Now, there we go. Let's just burn through these guys quickly. Now, this what I do like about the wizards, that blast is just going all the way through their enemy lines, and we're sorted. No, yeah, no fuss, no mess. Apart from maybe the occasional zombie getting a bit pounded, but. Yay, necromancers. Or necromancer. To be fair, Mike. Damn it, it's always one zombie! Okay. Yo, watch where I'm running. Yes, I've lost my train of thought now. Whoops, sorry. Yes, I have a tendency to go with 3 rows and 2 wizards instead, because the extra range attack is very handy. Now this guy has mega armor, so I'm just going to essentially... What? Ah, crap, I didn't get him while he was vulnerable. Just wasted all my zombies. Come on, stand up, you swine. Yeah, this may actually be a challenge. Now I avoid the raining death, because normally I run up to him right at the start, before he gets his mega armor up, before he can stick himself in the ground, and jobs are good and boss is instantly dead. That's how it worked in the last video as well. So I'm going to have to actually do this a little bit properly and take out some of these guys while I'm at it. See, this is the problem, the boss just keeps blatting away at you, you're trying to pick up the moves. Now someone has died, I believe it's one of the wizards. Oops, crap! Direct hit on my head there, and I'll have a necromancer please. But yeah, usually with the bosses it's like one good lucky hit will wipe you out, so you've got to be careful. I've even got just like health boost, so you know what? Get up, you asshole! Eat zombie, and you're dead. Jobs are good. Let's get some speed. Meow. Well, zoom. That's also like saying. So yes, now we're into the evening. Normally, you know, it does actually change and it gets darker and such, but ooh, that was an expensive night. Ugh. Yes, but thanks, because it's Halloween, it's all kind of repetitive and a bit the same. It's, you know, we're not having so much day to night shift. Also, the grass tends to be green rather than this like grey purple. Oh, I wonder how do you get Ghost Brow? I'll probably have to finish the game, unfortunately. Nowhere near as much Halloween candy this time round, but I got like 3 300, 400 last time. I'm barely hitting 77. You know, I've not even hit 100 yet. 78. Oh, more of those, please. That's 20 candy for me. Yes. Problem with the well, this is the reason I like having the rogues. They're immensely cheap, so if things start going badly and I start running out of power, then I can just spam rogues. But yeah, the wizards are very handy. But 25, you know, notes a pop, basically equivalent to 25 mana a pop. It's a pain in the backside because in the early game you will run out of that very, very quickly. There we go. I might even make it to the night this time. Just get rid of these damn skeletons. I really do hate them. Oh no, no, we're not dealing with you. Go away, bomb card. Well, as long as everyone can keep attacking on this line, I'll be quite happy because the wizard's gonna just zap that one guy and get everyone else. No! Melon! Oh, there we go, I lost a zombie. That's even more annoying. I can't just summon those. Idiot. Oh, he says as a zombie just suddenly appears out of nowhere. That's the wonderful thing, if the person's poisoned, it doesn't matter who kills them, it's the, I get a zombie out of it. You just need to make sure the necromancer actually gets hit in first and poisons them. Oh well, I'm back up to maximum notes, so I should spend some. Kind of bringing me the bacon a bit early, but oh crap! Come on, go. Yeah, it's that little touch if you just feel like you don't quite do enough damage, but it's going well. It's going well. I'm not cursing as much as I did in the last video. I was cursing so much I was thinking that. You know, I need to stop hanging out with Hacks so much. He makes you swear a lot, that man. He's a bad role model. No, Hacks is a lot of fun. I like playing games with him. We have quite different views on games and such, so the fact we can come together and play games together, even though we have very different, you know, tastes, viewpoints, it's quite interesting. And he's quite good, he's quite creative on the silly side as well. You know, I have my moments, but usually if I put on the spot I don't do so well with that sort of thing. Unless I'm really in a certain mood. I actually just kind of roll off with the silly ideas and coming through bad puns. Left, right and centre. So I guess if we were a comedy duo, I'd be the straight man. And if you're unfamiliar with that term, it's the guy who's basically deadpan and is like supposed to act normal, and the not that I'm saying Hacks is homosexual. I know most of you probably already sort of knew what I was getting at there, but it's just nice to make sure, because you never know how young your listeners are and just how well read or learned they are. Also, terminology. Not always the same across languages. Sneaking up on the bottom again. Away with you! Yes, sorry I'm not really getting the chance to really look at much because I'm constantly fighting back these swarms of foes. Oh, there we go, lost another zombie. Oh! Oh, wow! Yeah, just how easy it is to kill you in this game. Damn! 3 levels off my furthest, but I hope you enjoyed watching that. It got a bit crazy at that end there, and I was hoping to get a little bit further. I was hoping to show you the boss, but oh well. I'm gonna spend my loot, and I think I'm gonna call it quits after that for this video. Thank you for watching. I do recommend Bardbarian. It's a fun little thing you can spend like half an hour on, or heck, even less, depending on how you are and how far you are in the game. Go. But yes, thank you for watching, and have a good Halloween, or just a good week in general if this comes out a little later. Alright, bye all.